Hey guys, Pyro1 here. Today I'm going to show you how to put exits and entrances, yes, in your pieordie hack. So I have a map I've been working on here. Just a small, normal map so far. Nothing too special yet, sorry I can't talk. So we'll go ahead and show you how to do it with this. So the first thing is, you know how pieordie exits and entrances work? You have these little platforms here that like lead off into the next area. So what you'll need to do this is, you'll need to have one of these. Well, I guess depending on however you do your exits and entrances, it doesn't really matter. But you'll need something like this. You'll need as many colliders as you have exits. So I have 1, 2, 3 right here. This one isn't really for the exit, that's just for the general collider for testing. But in this case we have 1, 2. So we have 2 exits. First thing you want to do is make sure you have the entry points you want at the top. This will be way easier to deal with later. So as you see here, I have entry W right here, which is entry west, since on the west side of the map, and entry N for north. And they're at ID 0x0 and 0x1 respectively. Make sure to keep those in mind. So you have those. You also need 2 markers here. I have one for entry W and entry N. And so entry W is set right here, right in front of the entrance. Make sure your markers are not touching your collider for the entrance, or else you're gonna, if it is touching the collider, you're gonna spawn right there and then it's gonna go right back out to where you just were. So make sure that's set right there. So in this case, we have it that way, right there, and this is going to the right there. So we're good there. It's rotated towards that way. And then this one over here is pointing downwards, you see about this white line, and it's rotated this way. Well, it's rotated this way. It's placed right there. So we're going to have those 2 entrances point to there. Alright, so now that you've set those in your map, make sure your colliders are set. So like I said before, mine is at 0x0, the first one is, and this one's at 0x1. So now that's set, you'll go ahead and minimize StarRod and go ahead and open up your map script. Now you'll need to make a map script for every kind of change you do, if it's if it's past your original map. So I'm overriding one of the sewer maps for this area, for instance. So we're looking at tick_04, which is the name of the map I have. So we'll go and open this up right now. And so as you see here, we have the entry list, the main script, and we have some exit scripts right here, as well as some other stuff we don't need to worry about right now. So right here we have entry list. You see here there's something called the vec4f entry W. The vec4f command, it gets the values of the position and rotation from your map. In this case it's taken from marker entry W right here, and for the other one it's taken from entry N. So it's taking these coordinates right here, 620, 4, 136, and rotation of 90. And it's right there. And to do this, you'll have to make sure it saves over the original map in the source file. So like, if I go to file, save as tick_04 for that map, we'll save this in the source folder of your your mod file folder. So I can talk. So I'll save that into there, tick_04, which is where it goes. Yes. And you don't need to worry about this because you have a dump of the entire files as well as your mod file. So it's not going to matter if you overwrite the original files. You can just copy the original from the dump and put it right into there. So it's not really going to matter if you mess up something. But so we have that. So we have the position set, vec4f. Vec4f takes x, y, z, and rotation, which is why it's vec4f. If you have vec3f, it just takes x, y, z, I believe. I believe that's how it works. I'm not sure about all of them. There's like 4 different ones. But this is the one you need right here, is 4f. So you've got that. Next thing you want to do is make an exit making script. So in this case we have set var0 script make exits, which will be in your main script. You have to have that in your main script, else it's not going to work. So we have right here our script makes exits, and we have two scripts, one for the first collider and one for the second collider. And so you see here, I named this one script entry W, script entry N for the colliders. Now here you have your trigger type, which I like to use floor above, which is also what Clover uses in Pro mode and for some Paper Mario or regular Paper Mario maps. So I just use floor above. And we also have this right here, which is the collision ID. So this value right here, since it's 0, if you look back into your map, our first collider we have is this one right here, and it is ID 0. So that will bind it to this one right here with the bind command. Now we have the other one, which is collider 1, collision 1. And so that will bind to there. And as you see here, it is collision ID 0x1, which is why I recommend putting all of your exit and entrance colliders, same thing basically, all those towards the top of the collider list, so that way it doesn't get it confused when you're trying to import the map into the game. Alright, so we got that down. Next thing we have right here is the exit heading in the actual exit script. So exit script, this declares like the rotation Mario moves away from the exit whenever you like go inside the thing. So if you like go directly down, Mario's gonna go down towards that direction and stuff like that. But well, that's the one I use mainly. I don't know about other ones, but I'm pretty sure there's other ones on there that'll work differently. But in this case, it's just going to there. So you don't normally need to mess with this for regular exits. For more in-depth ones like falling down somewhere, we'll have to do other stuff. But for now, this is just a basic exit tutorial. So then we have the go to map command, which of course goes to the map, and this takes the name of the map file, which in this case is take_03, and the collider ID, which you're going to go to. So in this case, it's going to map3 entrance 0. So if we go into take_03, let's go and open that up. Take_3, and we go to the collider 0. So if I'm correct, you should spawn right here. Colliders NGE. Yes, you do. Exit 0. And the other one goes to 05 exit 0, which we haven't messed with yet. But for now, that's what we'll go. Alright, so now that you have all those set, so as we said, we're just going to go to 3, 0, and 5, 0. So I will spawn here whenever I come back into the map. So you have those set, and that should be good. You should be able to test it out now. So you got all that done. Your mpat file, you need to save that, place it into your map, your mod file, or mod folder, map patch folder. Save that there. So you have that there. Oh, it's already open, so don't worry about that. We're all good here. So now that you've done that, go back to Star Rod and compile your mod so you can test it. And there's already tutorials for how to compile all this stuff, so I don't need to go over that. Let's say we don't need to build the sprite sheet, so we'll ignore that. That's gonna take a while anyways, so go and do that. Compile your mod and just wait for it to be done compiling. Alright, now that the file is finally finished compiling, we'll go ahead and package the mod into a ROM file. Alright, now what you do is you can test it. So you can open it from Project PC4. It only works with Project PC4 1.6, of course. So go and open that up. Project PC4, open. There you go. I opened up 2 of them. There you go. So you're going to open up your ROM file. Use your ROM. And let's test it out. Open up this one right here. Alright, so let's see. Alright, we made it past there, which means nothing bad happened. The ROM is still working. Made it past the first part. Let's see how it looks. So I'll go ahead and open up the thing and we'll go to that map. So this right here is the map tick_03, which is the map we warped to from the first map we were doing. So once I pass through here, I should be in the correct map. So let's go through there. And here we are. We're inside the correct map. And we spawned in the right space. Here we go. So you go through there. Works everything. So let's go check to make sure that the map, or the entry point to the other place worked. So we're going to go back to map 3. Back down this way. And it does! So you see here we went back down there, we went out this way. And it works both ways. And we're good there. Alright, so hopefully this tutorial is helpful just for basic exit editing and stuff. For more complicated stuff, there'll be stuff later on. But yeah. So next time I make a tutorial, it'll be about enemy spawning and stuff. Alright, thanks for watching guys. See you later. Bye.